I don't know. I feel like I gotta say something about like haters. You know.
Haters gonna hate, man. That's,
I don't know. So basically, all I gotta say is whether people hate or love, it doesn't matter. My life does not change. You know.
Right.
So I just feel like I got a bunch of haters going on in my life right now.
Why do you think you have haters around you?
Because I'm very special. I'm very different. I'm very unique.
How so?
Well, I'm trying to break out of this matrix. And when I say matrix, everyone wakes up in the morning, you know, they wake up, they go to the bathroom, they brush their teeth, they get ready, they go to the fridge, make something to eat, and then they go to work, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. And maybe some people are more blessed than others. Some people go to work and they're just working a job. Some other people are on a salary, you know?
Right.
Me, Ali Dakru, is trying to become something very, very, very special.
Right.
Very, very different. Because I know my worth. I'm worth a lot more than minimum wage. I'm worth a lot more than $20 an hour.
Okay.
I have dreams, you know? I have big, wild dreams. So everyone that sees me wants to say something about me. And I've been thinking about it. Is it because, Ali, am I a bad guy? Am I a shitty person? No. It's because no one really wants to see me. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else, but no one wants to see me like, I guess, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is, why these people hate.
But okay, so tell me more about these dreams that you have.
My dreams? Okay, so I'm currently like manifesting. I got a lot of dreams. I want to get into like the whole Hollywood. I want to be a model, a prankster on YouTube. I want to write music. I like to sing. I like to rap. I'm lyrically like in tune with my spirit.
So you have a bunch of different things happening at the same time.
It's like one big puzzle piece I'm putting together, and I feel like I have everything like right where it needs to be, but I just need to bring it all together somehow, some way, and I'm very, very close, very, very close, buddy.
I can tell you this, man. There's a couple of things that I think is wrong with the way you're perceiving this.
Okay.
Is one, the things that you mentioned are like kind of not related to a whole lot, right? In my perception. So what I would do is I wouldn't look to necessarily bring all of it together all at the same time.
Okay.
But just, you know, pursue one or two of them and get them going. Once you get the ball rolling, pursue the next thing while you have the other thing rolling. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So like, don't try to like all in. You know,
because
do a little bit at a time.
Myself.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's like if you put your focus on 100 different things at the same time, they're all gonna be shit. Instead of having one good thing, you're gonna have a bunch of shitty things. Not saying that you should give up on your other dreams. I'm just saying like budget your time wisely and don't wait for like this big moment. You know? And the other thing I was gonna tell you, I totally forgot. So.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, yeah. So, are you doing anything right now to pursue any of these? Like,
well,
you said you want to do pranks. Like, you can totally do that here, right?
To be honest, right now, something happened in my life, and it's very unexpected. So you could say I'm in the process of moving, relocating.
Okay.
So it was a very short notice, buddy. So right now, everything's on the back burner. Everything's on the back burner. So when I'm telling you, like, I feel like everything's gonna come together. Really, everyone's gonna seem like my success happened overnight, buddy.
Maybe that was the other thing I was gonna tell you, man. Success is definitely not overnight.
It's not an overnight thing.
Yeah.
I've been at this thing since I was like 17, 18, and I've had to build the right bridges. I have had to make the right contacts. I've had to meet the right people, and I've met the right people. I know what I'm supposed to do.
So of the things that you discussed, has any of them actually gotten to a place that, you know, it's better than before?
What do you mean?
Like, say the rapping. Have you put out any songs or recorded anything?
Not yet. I know myself in my room. Like, I freestyle in my room. So like, I haven't started no rapping. No, I don't have any music.
Okay.
I don't have nothing, like no CDs out, no iTunes, nothing like that yet.
Okay. You guys are coming back here, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you say to this guy? Alright, well, we're good to go for part 2 as well.
Okay, so basically, so I have a question for you. It's like, what should I do to get these dreams going?
I told you, man, like, just start one at a time. Don't wait for some sort of big thing, because, like, here's the big letdown, is like, that the moment where you think it's all gonna come together, you're gonna do your thing, and you're gonna realize that, you know, you anticipated something grand happening, and it doesn't happen. You know, like, that's happened with me doing my channel. Like, every time I'm like, oh my god, if I release this video, it's gonna, like, go crazy. and then you post it, and days later you're like, okay, so nothing happened. You know, like, you gotta be prepared for that, and like the only way you can move forward for that from that point forth is like to think that I'm working towards something. You know, like even though it's not showing now, it will show in the future.
It's like an everyday thing, you know? An everyday thing,
right?
Get closer.
So like the example I can make for you is like there's artists now who've been playing music for 30 years, and in the first couple of years of them performing, they might have put out some like fantastic music that wasn't like discovered then. But 30 years later, there'll be hardcore fans that will go back and be like, oh, do you know so-and-so song from, 1972? It's bomb, you know, like,
But see, another thing, I feel like it's key and important is like respect in your city, or not even, you just have to get your name out there. I feel like my name, Ali Daku, a lot of people know Ali Daku, like, around where I live. Like, I grew up in Windsor, right? This is my city.
right.
So, I'm not saying, like, again, I keep on emphasizing, I'm not better than anyone. I feel like I'm just like everyone else. But my name, it does ring a couple bells. Ali Daku. So,
Okay, but here's the thing I'll tell you about that is that's not gonna go very far, unfortunately. Like, again, going back to my own example, like, long after I did this YouTube channel, I decided I hadn't told any of my friends, and I put it on my Facebook, and I'm like, overnight, I'm gonna see my subscribers double.
okay.
Didn't happen. Didn't even come close to happening. Like, it was like the hugest letdown, but you're like, okay. So, not necessarily, like, people may know you, but just because they know you doesn't necessarily mean that they support the specific content that you're making all the time. You know, they might even sit down and watch a video, but they're not gonna sit down and, watch every video you put out 4 times over.
Maybe, like,
and then recommend it to your friends to watch.
So how do I, if I were to start up my YouTube channel, how do I, like, get people from around the world to watch it, you think?
Like, the best suggestion, man, is to make a good video. Like, if it's a good video, it's gonna get, like, whoever... That's up to you to figure out, man. That's gonna be, like, there's a bunch of metrics on YouTube. There's this thing called YouTube Studio that can really help you figure things out about, like, who's watching your channel, how old they are, what's their gender, or what time of the day they watch, how many minutes of how many videos do they watch, what time do they stop watching said video. There's a bunch of metrics that you got to dig into, and you got to analyze your own video, right? You're like, okay, so I did this in this part, and that made half my viewers stop watching at this point. That's a thing you get over time. It's not something that the first video you put out is going to be like, you got it all figured out. Yeah. It's going to take time. But for your first video, just put yourself in your viewer's shoes, right? If I stumbled upon some random video on YouTube,
get something catchy for a first video. I kind of got.
It doesn't have to be catchy necessarily.
Like simple, I feel like.
Not necessarily. It's just like there's things that you come across on YouTube that are incredibly weird and complex, and you've never seen anything from the channel before. But if it's interesting, you'll stick around, right? For me, I don't have that privilege so much because my guests are all random, almost entirely random, and I can't control what they talk about or where the conversation goes, so it's not really in my control to improve my content a whole lot. I can make how I interact with these people better, and I can try to improve the technical issues, like my audio quality and video quality and whatnot, but I'm kind of limited in what I do. But I feel like you have a lot more control about what you're doing,
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean I have more control over what I'm doing?
Like, again, you can spot out an error. Like, if I put out a video that's 10 minutes long, and I notice that, 6 minutes in, everybody stops watching, and I realize that this is because at the 5th minute mark, we start talking about, let's say, I don't know, Donald Trump, and, that's perhaps putting people off, right? So next time I know not to bring up Donald Trump. But if somebody sits down in my car and he's like, hey, let's talk about Donald Trump.
Okay.
I can't be like, no, let's not talk about Donald Trump, So, that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Like, I don't have a whole lot of control, but with what you do, you have a lot more control, especially with the rap. Like, it's all you, right?
Yeah.
You control how good the quality is.
You're right. You are very right.
So you have a lot more power in gaining viewership than I do. And outside of that, man, like you said, name recognition, it's good that you have a bunch of different dreams, because, if doing a bunch of different things at the same time, I've come to see that, it helps you grow a lot, because you get a lot of crossover fans, and that just helps you grow as a whole, as a person. right? There's name personalities out there that you know them from, like, different people know them from different places, but their popularity compounds. So, like, best example I can think of is, like, Joe Rogan. I don't know if you know him.
Of course, Joe
but, like,
Rogan. Buddy,
what do you know him from, right?
I watch the podcast all the time, man.
Right, so, like, personally, I know him because I used to watch Fear Factor way back in the day.
Yeah.
I, like, a huge MMA fan before I knew Joe Rogan, or I guess I knew him from Fear Factor, but, you know, there's different people who know him from different places, and that all compounds, right?
Different experiences,
exactly,
buddy.
and that all compounds. So I feel like doing a bunch of different things, if you're doing them all well, it can definitely help you grow as a, you know, as a name. You know, so now if I say, you know, Joe Rogan is doing comedy and so place, you're more likely to go watch than any other random comics if you're not into comedy. I came to the wrong place, didn't I?
Yeah, it's okay. Tuba's right next to it, brother. So.
Do you want me to just turn back?
Yeah, if you could please turn back.
No worries. Yeah, so man,
That's cool,
that's
man.
my advice to you. Just like keep doing what you're doing, but you gotta do what you're doing. You can't just sit there and wait for like something to happen.
I have to actually.
You have to actually do stuff.
Do something.
know?
Okay, I got you, buddy. I tried the whole TikTok thing because I asked myself, how does someone get rich? I kept asking myself, Ali, how does someone get famous in a second? How does someone get famous in a second? And then I came up with an idea, TikTok, Ali, like, hence the name TikTok, like.
See, that's another thing though. I feel like you say a second, like sure, maybe you can have that one viral TikTok clip that gets you super famous for that.
Yeah.
But if you have nothing to offer after that, you're kind of fucked. So again, you have to sit down and think about what can I do that's creative and would engage people over a lengthy period of time, not just here. I did this one thing, like you said, pranks. Like if you did one prank video and that's like it blows up, but that's the only one, like you're not getting anywhere.
I have to have creativity, like start a series, you know? If that one prank blows up, maybe I need to make like a series out of that prank.
Yeah.
Depending what the prank, you know, I got some ideas, brother.
Just work on it, man.
Yeah.
You gotta keep working.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
Fist pound, brother. Peace from the Middle East.
Yeah,
you know?
same here.
Turn to 24, you know?
Congrats, man. See ya.
See ya, bro. See ya, buddy.